Hey guys, welcome to Joe's RC Corner, and today we're back in the studio here, and we're going to go ahead and we need to fix the Giles. My DLE engine has got some issues, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing and see if we can't get it fixed today. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we're starting off, we just went ahead and we pulled the prop off here, and we pulled the, we're going to pull the cow. We're going to pull the whole engine off. I think I have a crack in the cylinder head of the DLE35, or yeah, 35, and probably from me over torquing the spark plug, I'm not sure. But basically there is absolutely no compression left in this engine, so we need to go ahead and get that replaced. We're going to try it out and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then I'm not sure what else, because I've already replaced the carburetor. Could be the reed valves, but of course no one has them in stock right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace the cylinder head first, start with that, and start moving forward. So let's go ahead and pull the cow, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back, and we finished doing the rebuild here, and so went ahead and replaced all of the gaskets on the carburetor side and made sure I oiled them to make sure we have a good seal on them. Same with the cylinder where it attaches to the crankcase. Went ahead and also oiled and put a new gasket in there as well. So now everything has new gaskets, new carburetor, new cylinder, reed valves. I cleaned them and put them back in. They seem to be good. They seem to be sealing all around the reed valve block, so that should be good. Feels like it's got a little bit more compression, but it's really hard to tell. I don't hear an air leak anymore, so that might be a good sign. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remount this to the airframe and put the prop on it. We're going to leave the cowl off right now, but we're going to get everything hooked up and maybe bring it outside, put the stand out there to hold the tail, and see if we can't get her to start. So we'll be right back after we get the engine back on the airframe. Okay guys, so I wanted to just close the loop on the Giles 35cc engine issue. The beginning of this video, I was trying to figure out what was going on and why my engine wasn't running the way it should. And I ended up reaching out on Facebook, and I ended up finding out that all the money I've been spending on that engine, I didn't need to spend. So what the problem is on that 35cc is the reed valves. Basically, that's not a common issue with these engines, but it ended up being the reed valves. And how I figured this out is I used my starter and turned the engine over as fast as that starter would turn it, and sure enough, right away, fuel started getting pulled through the fuel line. So what that tells me is that the reed valves have a leak somewhere. They're not sealing properly, so it could be some gunk stuck in there. Something. So I can't basically I can't get enough pressure in the crankcase to start pulling the diaphragm and allowing the carburetor to start pumping fuel. So it's not the carburetor, guys. It was the reed valves on my engine. So I'm going to bring my starter out with me this next time we go out to the flying field, and we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see if we can't get that Giles back in the air. I have missed flying it. It's a great flying airplane. It's the Midwest kit. If you, I'll put a card up here somewhere a link to that build series. It was a great build. I love how the plane came out, and it's a really nice airplane. It is a shame that Midwest doesn't make this kit anymore, but nonetheless, it's a good airplane. I'm glad I got that kit. I'm glad I built the airplane, and I'm going to go out and fly it some more with that 35cc DLE. So turn the camera around here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here she is. That's the Cap 232, the Hangar 9 kit. Or actually, it was an ARF that I recovered. But we'll talk about that one another day. I got to fix this landing gear on it, and then maybe we'll get that plane out to the flying field again. But the Giles is ready to go again. Engine is back up and running. We're going to go ahead and bring it out to the flying field in the next week or so when the winds start calming down. And then we're going to try this out again. So basically, all I did to figure out that this engine was having issues with the reed valves is I grabbed my starter and we turned that engine over with the starter, and sure enough, fuel started flowing into the carburetor. Now I cannot get it to flow still by flipping it by hand, but that means that the reed valve needs to be rebuilt. So I've went online and searched, and Horizon has the reed valves on back order, and Valley View RC might have some. I need to check. If that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and buy a new reed block, and this is the whole setup, because maybe there's a crack in the reed valve block or something like that. So that's probably what's going on here, guys. We're going to go ahead and run it up in a day or so, see if she runs, and if she does, by starting it with that starter, we're good to go, and she'll be able to fly. So I'm really happy about that. That's a simple fix. And it's not as big of a problem that I thought it was. But anyways, so there you go, guys. Just a quick tip. DLE35, rear exhaust. Just go ahead and if you have problems drawing fuel and you've rebuilt the carburetor and it's still not pulling fuel, and you've rebuilt the fuel tank and it's still not drawing fuel, you've checked the crankcase, you've checked for pressure, everything that you can think of, just to put a starter on it. See if they'll pull fuel from the fuel tank if you can turn it over with the starter. So, and if that's the case, then it's your reed valves. All right, guys, keep building, keep flying. See you on the next video.